Are you afraid to fight me yourself, you cowardly snake?
Guess you didn't see that coming. That ice arrow came in clutch, dude.
Had about enough of you and your eyebrow. Who wrote this? A 2-year-old?
Oh, don't give me that smug face, Ben Affleck. Where's my real ending here? That right there was frickin' luck.
That's his weakness right there. Shiku Hadouken to the face.
Fucking go, baby. Woo!
What is up, my peeps? Welcome to my brand new playthrough, hosted by yours truly, mrespnozax. Oh, LucasArts, how I miss you so. Yes, but anyway, there was a movie that pretty much celebrated its 20th anniversary, and you know what else is 20 years? The game based off the movie. Yes, welcome everyone to the Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith playthrough for the PlayStation 2, released in 2005. I think, want to say maybe a week or 2 weeks after the film has been released and everything like that and stuff. Yeah, dude, freaking this game is freaking great. Like, this game had no reason to be so good and everything. I freaking love this game to freaking death, dude. Like, man, oh man, this game was so good. This is actually my first time actually playing on the PS2 and everything like that. I used to own this game on the original Xbox, the first original Xbox and everything like that. I have to say that because freaking Microsoft likes to freaking name the Xboxes in weird ways and everything like that and stuff. It's like freaking Devil May Cry and stuff. But anyway, but yeah, I had this on the Xbox. Pretty much story time. There was a time where my godfather worked at Microsoft and everything like that and stuff, and pretty much they hook them up. They hooked them up one time with an Xbox and everything like that and stuff. But my uncle, my grandpa, my godfather was all like, well, I don't play video games, so it's like, I'll just give it to somebody. And he gave it to me and my brothers and everything like that and stuff. Yeah, freaking. And he gave us a couple games too, and this was one of them, and everything like that. This was, I think like a month or two after the movie came out and everything like that. Man, dude, this game was freaking great. I was just amazed. Like, I was just, wow, this game had no freaking reason to be so good and everything. Like, it was so freaking good, and I love it. I enjoy it, and I kid you not, there is a little, and you guys know, if you guys are new, if you guys are pretty much, been with me throughout this journey and everything like that, know that I am a connoisseur of fighting games. And there is literally a secret mode where there's a fighting game. You play either like a Jedi or a Sith, and everything, and you pretty much duke it out in lightsaber battles and everything like that. Like, it's freaking cool, dude. Like, there's like so much, stuff you could unlock from videos. There's also little side, little how do I say this? There's little challenge missions. There we go. Challenge missions and everything like that. And pretty much all this other bonus content that is just freaking remarkable, dude. Like, I freaking love it and stuff. And I'm gonna have to talk over this part because I don't want to get slapped with a freaking copyright or get my video taken down by fucking Disney and stuff. Or I might just have to freaking I guess mirror the image and everything like that or something. I don't know. I really don't know how it works. This is actually my first playthrough I've done of a movie, literally of a game based off of a movie, where it's actually showing the actual stuff from the footage from the movie and everything like that. Yep, freaking came a long way from just doing the Game Boy versions of these games. Now I'm doing the actual console where they actually have the footage and stuff. So yeah, I think I might have to probably mirror it or something. That way I don't get slapped with copyright. But yeah, so if you guys see it all, you know, mirrored or weird, just to avoid copyright, you already know why. But anyway, yes, Revenge of the Sith, what is there to say? Well, in general, the prequels, and everything like that and stuff. Phantom Menace, it was an alright film, you know. I saw, like, as a kid, I was like, oh, this is the greatest movie of all time and everything like that. But I was watching it, I was like, yeah, I'll admit it has flaws, but still, you know, I enjoyed Phantom Menace. Who could forget that freaking lightsaber battle between Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, and freaking Qui-Gon? Like, dude, that was freaking epic. Especially the freaking the score for that freaking battle and everything like that. Attack of the Clones, for the longest time, was my least favorite Star Wars film and everything like that. Yeah, that film was just something else. But Revenge of the Sith, I will say, is my second favorite in the series and everything like that and stuff. First one being Empire Strikes Back. And I know what you guys are thinking right now. Here is, oh, red flag. He likes the movies where the villains win and everything like that and stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like, freaking, I love the Jedi. You know, I love freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, and everything like that and stuff. But, dude, like, when Empire Strikes Back, it was a very shocking thing because it's like, damn, dude, did the villain win? Like, holy shit. Like, we're seeing our heroes at their lowest points and everything like that. And at that time, people were shocked. Like, people were really, really shocked. Especially the big one where Darth Vader revealed to Luke, I am your father and everything. Everyone was shocked, like, holy shit and everything like that. Freaking Han Solo didn't know about it until freaking years later and everything like that. But, dude, like, you know, freaking Empire Strikes Back, in my opinion, is literally the GOAT of all Star Wars films and everything like that. And not only that, in my opinion, one of the greatest sequels of all time and everything like that. You talk about a movie sequel, you think of Terminator 2 and Empire Strikes Back. Those two are like the kings when it comes to like sequels and everything like that and stuff. And, you know, Revenge of the Sith, like, I've defended it. I've defended it for a very long time and everything. We're in an era where pretty much people hated the prequel trilogy and everything like that. I defended it. I told them my points and why I think there were, like, Revenge of the Sith was a great film and everything like that and stuff. I'm not gonna say it was perfect. It has its flaws, I will say, but I still consider it my second favorite in the series. And, like, I love the film. Like, I've watched it a bajillion times. I will watch it a bajillion times more. Hell, I've probably lost count how many times I watched it. But hey, I watched it. I probably, like, watching it, like, when I watched it pretty much the re-release on theaters, I was all like, man, I don't know how long. I probably watched this for a bajillion time at this point and everything like that and stuff. But no, dude, yeah, I watched the re-releases in theaters and everything like that. My wife thought I was crazy. Like, why don't you just watch it on Disney Plus? Look, there's a difference between watching it at home and watching it in a movie theater and everything. I wanted to watch that was my, like, I've, you know, there's, when all these re-releases and everything that are coming out and everything like that, like, dude, I want that experience again when I watched it for the first time in movie theaters and everything like that and stuff. And I really didn't get that, you know, and I really didn't get that. Like, I never, like, you know, decided, hey, like, we should watch this movie again. But my dad was like, why? You already watched the movie. We already watched it at theaters. Like, just wait until it comes out on DVD and everything like that and stuff, and we could rent it and everything. Like, I was never given that privilege, but now that I'm more older and everything like that, I can't tell you how many times I've watched freaking Infinity War and Endgame and stuff, like, while those movies were going on and everything like that and stuff. Like, I never, like, dude, like, again, it's a different experience, I will say, and watching it in movie theaters and everything is just a whole different experience. Like, it's a great feeling and everything like that. And when I watched Revenge of the Sith again, like, I was just like, man, dude, watching that epic battle at the end of the film and everything like that, it was great. And then of course there were people, you know, clapping at the memes and everything like that. You know all the prequel memes that had came out and everything like that and stuff. Yeah, you know, this is where the fun begins. I've been looking forward to this. Freaking, I am the Senate. Yeah. Like, man, like it was like, damn, dude, like. But still, even then, it was great. Like, honestly, it was really great watching these films again and everything like that and stuff. And I will say, obviously, there was the merchandise and everything. Not just for this film, because at that point in time, like, I didn't really care for toys and everything. Like, honestly, I didn't really, like, you know, really cared or anything like that. But whenever I did go to Toys R Us, I was, like, looking at them like, wow, these look even better than the ones that we had when the Phantom Menace came out and when pretty much you know, Attack of the Clones had came out and everything. There was a whole fucking playset of Mustafar too. I was all like, dude, whenever it launched freaking little lava balls and everything, I was like, oh damn. But yeah, never get it because it was a bit it was a bit too much, I will say, and stuff. But yeah, dude. Again, there was a lot of merchandise. There was a lot of build up and everything, all for this film and everything. There was the Burger King stuff. That one I do remember, the Burger King stuff, the scratcher. You know what I mean? Like the little scratcher and everything like that you scratch to win a prize and everything. I've always just won food when it comes to those things. Like there was one also for Spider-Man 3. I think Transformers 2. Transformers 2 as well and everything like that. That scratcher and stuff. I've always just gotten food. I was never like, hey, you win a hat, or you win this much money, or you win a new car. It was always food. Like, hey, you win yourself free fries. Like, I was just like, ugh, like, dude. But I was like, it's whatever's, right? But anyway, it is what it is. But yes, dude. But anyway, yes. So the game. And everything like that, dude, had no reason to be just so freaking good and everything. So the premise of the game is pretty much reliving moments from, you know, the film and everything like that. You get the chance to play as Anakin Skywalker or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, pretty much, you know, using their lightsabers to pretty much, you know, maul through droids and everything, getting from point A to point B and everything like that and stuff. And of course, I really do love the transitions when it comes to like from film to like movie. Like it's this one's actually has it pretty good. But there is one game that has a incredible transition. That was the Lord of the Ring films, the Lord of the Ring games and everything like that and stuff. I definitely should do a playthrough of Two Towers one of these days, but yeah. But anyway, spend the experience earned during combat to improve your force powers and combat skills. Press the right directional button in a subjectory and increase the effectiveness, range, and damage. Yep. So pretty much, you know, after end of each level, you gain experience. You can use those experience points to pretty much, you know, make your abilities more stronger and everything like that and stuff. You have your force powers and you have your combat skills and everything like that and stuff and everything. I'm gonna say this right now. I probably won't go all the way and stuff, just for the fact that I'm actually playing this on easy mode. Reason being, I gotta say this game is pretty difficult. This game, I'm playing it as a kid. I struggled a lot. I did. I struggled with this game and everything like that and stuff. Again, like I've always said before, a game is always meant to be fun and not frustrating and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. Plus, I haven't played this game in so long, so it's like, yeah. That's sort of the reason why as well and everything like that. Gosh, I just need to stop pressing the record button and just play the game. Just, you know, without ever recording stuff. But I'm doing this to just kind of, you know, it's all like, you know what, I might as well record, right? And everything like that. Because it's like, dude, like, I need to do more Star Wars. I need to do more Star Wars playthroughs and everything like that. There was a game that came out for Phantom Menace, And by God, there was like a bunch of freaking games that came out during around Attack of the Clones, dude. I can't tell you how many games have there been based on Attack of the Clones. I don't even know if there's a game like literally just based off the game where you play as Obi-Wan or Anakin or anything like that. I think there might be, but I don't know and stuff. But there was like a bajillion ones. But there was one for Phantom Menace. There was assortment of those for when Phantom Menace had came out and everything like that and stuff. But the main one for the PlayStation 1, I will say this: I wasn't a fan of it because there was just very unnecessary things about that game that I'm just like, ugh. Like, it was just unnecessary, I will say. And that's why, and I know that, you know, they re-released it on PlayStation and everything like that. I tried it, but it's like, yeah, I haven't played this game in so long that I'm just like, ugh, this game did not hold up. So that's why I kind of just, you know, skip over to freaking 3, right? So this one at least is freaking great, dude. Like, this one was fucking this great. It's good, and from what I'm playing right now, it's still freaking good and everything like that. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, here we are. Now we're playing as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, Obi-Wan and stuff. So yeah. I never watched the Clone Wars. That came out on the Cartoon Network because at the time I was already like over cartoons. Like, I was over it. Like, I was like, nah, I'm over. Like, I was at the time I was just like, nah. Like, it's a cartoon, not gonna watch it. Let me know when it's back in real life. Let me know when back is live action or something like that and stuff. But now that freaking we got Disney Plus and everything, that pretty much has a lot of the Star Wars stuff. Yeah, definitely, I should definitely check it out. You know, just how it is and everything. I did hear great things about it. I also heard like, oof, are you sure it's for kids? Cause man, there's some really dark moments in here. So I definitely got to check those out just to see what they were talking about and everything like that. So yeah, I do remember though that there was like a little short, like a one-off, you know, little like show based on the Attack of the Clones. Like, it literally takes place after freaking Attack of the Clones. It's just pretty much like, you know, like during the Clone Wars and everything like that and stuff. Obviously, there was the other ones, the CGI one. But I'm talking about, you know, the one that was in Cartoon Network, that was pretty much animated, and everything like that. Like, dude, those were great. Those were freaking amazing, dude. There was some really great acting scenes and everything. And that's the thing I also like about the prequels, is that there's like some of these actions, like these lightsaber battles and everything, that are just freaking cool, dude. That obviously they couldn't really do back in the day with the original trilogy and everything like that. I think that's sort of the reason why it's like, dude, those moments are freaking great and everything like that and stuff. But obviously, you know, there's just some weird things, and I mean, it's because George Lucas was like with a bunch of yes men and everything. When someone was afraid to tell George Lucas, I think that's a bad idea. Maybe you shouldn't do that. Obviously, they didn't want to do it because, you know, they don't want to freaking get fired or anything like that, or upset George Lucas. They make it seem like George Lucas was the emperor, pretty much. Like, he was Emperor Palpatine. Like, you disagree with him? Like, no, you will die. Yeah. Like, freaking force lightning coming out of his fingers and everything like that. Like, obviously, it's like, yeah, but I mean, someone should have just told him no. Like, hey, man, like, I mean no disrespect to your vision or your, the movie or anything like that. But I feel like this moment isn't, gonna really, make people happy and everything like that and stuff. And yeah, I think if somebody was like, told him that, maybe we could have had a different Star Wars prequel trilogy and everything, and stuff. So yeah. Also, another thing too, obviously we can never talk about the prequel trilogy without talking, of course, about Anakin Skywalker, the man who would eventually become, one of the greatest villains in cinema history, Darth Vader, and everything like that. Hayden Christensen, I also defended a lot, because I feel like Hayden Christensen is a great actor. He's done, outside of Star Wars, he's done some great films and everything like that. Freaking Shattered Glass, freaking Jumper, and everything like that and stuff. Hell, I fucking loved him in Takers. Yeah, you know that one film with T.I. and everything where he's the villain and everything like that and stuff? Yeah, he was great in that too. Shit, I liked him in that film as well and everything like that. So yeah, freaking... Yeah, Hayden Christensen's a great actor and everything. Obviously, his reputation was ruined because a lot of people's like, oh, it's a Star Wars guy. Oh, he played Anakin Skywalker and everything and stuff. Like, dude, like, you can't really hate him because, like, dude, like, he followed a script. He's an actor. He followed the script and everything like that and stuff. And obviously, a lot of people were kind of afraid to say no to freaking George Lucas. Again, like I mentioned in my previous conversation and everything like that and stuff. Like, don't get, like... so I mean, I guess, you know, and he was an up and comer too. So, you know, he was barely starting. This was like his big break. Like, hell yeah, I'm in Star Wars and everything. I'm playing this character who eventually would become the greatest one of the greatest villains in cinema history, Darth Vader, and everything like that. So obviously, you know, he definitely had he definitely had a chip in his shoulder and everything and stuff. And, you know, obviously now people didn't really see that, because there weren't really fans and everything. It's always been a problem with Star Wars, is some of these really quote unquote huge fans, and like, it's something like, yes, there's some parts in Star Wars, like the sequel trilogy, the prequels, yes, some things didn't, you know, sit right, I will say, and everything. I will agree with that. But you can't hate on somebody who was working on the film. You can't hate on an actor. You can't hate on the director. You can't hate on the writer and everything like that, because you don't know the story that they kind of went through. Maybe Bryan Johnston, you know, had to follow something. I don't know. Maybe it was Disney being Disney and everything like that. But fuck you, Bryan Johnson, and either way. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not going to be like that. I'm sorry. I tried. I'm trying really hard here. But, yeah. But regardless, you know, Hayden Christensen is a great actor. You can't hate on him. It just really sucks that, you know, after that, pretty much Star Wars ruined his, you know, reputation and everything in Hollywood and stuff. And he wasn't really in any films and everything like that and stuff. I think the last thing he was on was literally playing Anakin in Ahsoka, the Ahsoka series and everything like that and stuff. I really hope Hayden Christensen now, with, you know, now being loved by many and everything like that and stuff, I really hope, you know, he makes a really great comeback. Like he goes and goes into, like, pretty much, you know, to be in more movies and everything like that. Hell, freaking have him do something in regards to Star Wars or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, something, you know what I mean? Like, that would be really interesting to see. I really hope, you know, he's not totally finished, you know. Hopefully, you know, he makes a really great comeback. Dude, like, freaking, he was also in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Like, I loved him in that and everything like that and stuff. And everything, so yeah. But, Ewan McGregor is Ewan McGregor. He's a great actor. I respect him and everything like that. Much like, you know, Hayden Christensen. Ewan McGregor did a good job as Obi-Wan Kenobi and everything like that. And stuff. I felt like Natalie Portman didn't even try. I felt like I was looking back at Revenge of the Sith. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. It was her acting, but it's crazy that she definitely had a huge following. I think because I think Gaming with Class said this. Told me this too. It was because V for Vendetta, which is a great film, one of my favorite films of all time, and stuff. Like, I think that's what it was and everything. Like, yeah, I think that definitely saved her career and everything, and she got pretty much his other roles and everything like that. And she's literally Thor herself and everything like that. So yeah, but anyway, oh man, freaking. Whew, a lot to talk about. I'm telling you, dude, I'm a big fan of Star Wars. Like, I love Star Wars to death and everything. I love Star Wars. I still remember the days where pretty much my dad bought me the toys. he took me out when, you know, they were re-releasing the original trilogy back in the 90s and everything like that and stuff. Like, dude, like, I love Star Wars, dude. I love everything about Star Wars and everything. I've watched the films like a bajillion times and everything like that and stuff. I've even the sequel trilogy. Yes, I've watched those probably a lot of times as well and everything like that and stuff. And I mean, I just, you know, despite what people are saying about, you know, when pretty much Disney bought Lucasfilms and everything like that, and pretty much owning Star Wars and everything like that and stuff. Don't get me wrong, you know, they have developed some good things, I will say, and that's literally The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is that's literally something that they've done great and everything. I can't wait for the movie to come out, which is Mandalorian and Grogu. I can't wait for that film and everything like that, and stuff. They what else did they do? They did that. They did that. What was it? The Star Wars anime. I forget what it's called. That was great too. I actually did enjoy that and everything. And you know, they did the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I actually did like that. I actually did like that show as well and everything. Like, I really do. It's really good to see, you know, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen reprise their roles as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin / Darth Vader and everything like that. And I will say, I just, you know, I know lately they've just kind of been doing some bad things. But hey, Andor Season 2. Go watch that, dude. Freaking, it's so far so good. So far so good, I will say, and everything like that and stuff. Andor is one that kind of caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, they're like, as all I love Diego Luna. Diego Luna's a great actor as well and everything like that, and so he was great in Rogue One and stuff. Oh, that's another one too. Rogue One was actually good. Like, I did like, you know, Rogue One's another film that they did great and everything like that. But Andor was like, I was like, I don't know. But then I watched the first season. I was like, dude, like, this, it did not feel like Star Wars. It felt like a whole completely different thing. I liked the direction that they went with and everything, with the character, with just the story in general and everything like that. And they're still keeping up with this one as well, which I was like, dude, I am really, really surprised, dude, because, man, Andor is freaking great, dude. I can't wait for the new episode to come out. At the time of the recording, it was on a Monday, and literally tomorrow, I will say, and everything like that. So yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and get those numbers up for Obi-Wan Kenobi and everything like that. So yeah. But yeah, love Star Wars. You know, that's kind of why I've, you know, the only reason I don't really do playthroughs of the games is in the past, and probably you guys have noticed this one with Jedi Starfighter. I took the video down because, dude, there was copyright hell because of the music that they use. Because they literally use music scores for the games and everything like that. So, yeah. But, yeah. The future of Star Wars, definitely, you know. I will say it's been a mixed bag, you know, if I'm going to be honest, when Disney acquired Lucasfilms and everything like that and stuff. They've done some great things. They've done some bad things and everything like that and stuff. But still, you know, like, it's even gotten you know, bad where, like, George Lucas kind of saying he regrets selling Star Wars, his movies to freaking Disney and everything like that and stuff. But even then, it's like, you know, I feel like Disney's doing fine. You know, obviously, you know, right now they're kind of in the hot water, especially with their live action remakes, everything like that and stuff. But hey, like, you know, right now for Star Wars, with Andor Season 2, everything seems to be alright right now, I will say. So, I mean, just really hoping that, you know, The Mandalorian and Grogu are really gonna be good films and everything like that. So yeah. But anyway, but yes, there was a game. This game also came out on PlayStation 2, Xbox, and also on Game Boy Advance and everything like that. Which is funny because it came out on Game Boy, but this game wasn't on GameCube and everything like that. Like, it's like, wow, dude. Like, there's a Game Boy version, but there's no GameCube version for this film and everything. It was just like that, only on PlayStation and Xbox. It was just like, it really, really sucked. It really did, I will say. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and go to the elevator. And oh my god, what is coming out of that? Oh my god. Freaking scary.
I won't be long, Master.
I'm not sure if Ewan McGregor or Hayden Christensen reprised their roles for the game. I haven't taken down if they did or not. But, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I should have stayed in the elevator.
Yeah, I want to say yeah, but I don't think so. But anyway, now we're on top of the elevator. Obviously, every single type of these games, there's always got to be an elevator part in the game. We're pretty much, you know, fighting enemies on the elevator and everything like that. So yeah, don't worry about not trying to fall in the hole. You won't fall and everything like that. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, oh shoot, what if I, you know, fall in the hole? Like, will I die or something? I don't know. I tested it out and nah, you don't. And everything. So don't worry about it and everything. But anyway, we're already here. Like in the elevator that doesn't have a hole in it and everything like that and stuff. But yes, also to replenish your health, you have the back of the tanks and everything like that. And also you could actually use force heal and everything by pressing both two L3 and R3, which are the left and right sticks for the PlayStation 2. I think with Xbox it was, I think, the same thing. I don't remember. It's been so long, literally 20 years since I played, you know, this game and everything like that and stuff. Like, yeah, after I spent hours and hours, you know, playing the game, because like I mentioned before, there is a secret fighting game mode and everything like that, dude. Like, well, which I will show off at the end of the playthrough. But man, dude, I enjoyed the hell out of playing that film and everything. I mean, out of that game mode and everything like that. Like, it was so freaking fun and everything like that. And there's even like there's even like the secret characters, even the character for like a what if. Like, what if Darth Vader was eventually was in, you know, the light side pretty much and everything like that and stuff. Like, it's pretty it was pretty much Darth Vader, but just, I think, in white or just in blue. Like, it was like a dark blue suit and everything like that and stuff. I don't remember and stuff. But there was a concept where they had like a whole all white Darth Vader suit and everything like that. I think it was like around Revenge of the Sith. Well, Revenge of the Jedi. That was originally what it was going to be called, but they decided, I don't know, Revenge sounds a little too much even for a Jedi. I think it's like Return of the Jedi would be fine. I think it was like around Return of the Jedi and everything. It was kind of like, oh, like what, like, you know, Darth Vader eventually became good and everything like that. So like, what if, you know, he eventually just he still lived and everything like that, and they had like a whole white suit like ready and everything, but obviously they never used it because they just decided to kill off the character and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, which makes sense and everything like that. That was another movie that a lot of people didn't like back in the day, was Revenge of the Jedi. Sorry if I'm yawning. Sorry if I'm making you guys yawn and everything like that. Had a long day. Return of the Jedi. Not Revenge of the Jedi. Not the original. The title that they were going to go with and everything like that. Imagine that, freaking Revenge of the Jedi. I was like, god damn. I didn't know, you know, a Jedi mindset would be like that, like try to get revenge or something like that and stuff. Freaking Obi-Wan had the longest time to freaking do that. Even though I never watched the Clone Wars, I knew what was going on. Like I knew like what was going on. I freaking got hit with freaking that YouTube algorithm hit me with clips from Clone Wars and everything like that. I'm like, damn, dude, freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi gone through so much. He even fell in love with somebody. Like I was like, what? Like Obi-Wan, like a man who's, you know, always followed the Jedi code to the T and everything like that and stuff, and you know, had all this stuff. He lost a loved one and everything like that and stuff. Like, dude, like he's lost his master. He had to pretty much almost kill his best friend, his Padawan that he trained and everything like that and stuff. And you know, like, dude, like, but he still followed that Jedi code to a T. Like, he still followed it, no matter what. Like, it's like that. Like, that's why I say. That's why my cousin always says, yeah, that's why Obi-Wan's the most underrated Jedi and everything. Like, I was like, I don't think he's underrated. I think people you understand and appreciate, regard him as one of the greatest Jedis out there and everything like that. But that's saying something, you know what I mean? Like, saying that he's underrated when I think he's already he's given his flowers and everything like that. Like, honestly, yeah, Obi-Wan's one of the greatest Jedis and everything like that stuff. So yeah, but man, like, it was definitely a different time when it came to Star Wars, especially like around the prequel trilogies. The marketing was just everywhere. Toys, freaking, you got the candy, you got pretty much, you know, the food promotions with like, man, dude, that one time where literally Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and KFC came together and say like, hey, we're teaming up with, you know, Lucasfilms for this promotion for Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. You get these different toys that we're making and everything like that and stuff. Like, was insane, I will say. And those toys were great. Those toys that they had were really, really good. There's obviously, you know, the Pepsi products with the characters' faces on them and everything like that. I remember for the longest time my mom collected those and everything like that. And and that's how big it was, because she wasn't a Star Wars fan. She didn't care for Star Wars and everything like that and stuff. You know, my dad is the one that pretty much got me into Star Wars. My mom didn't care for it. Like, she was never a fan. But she collected those freaking cans. Like, she collected them, dude. Like, I was like, I thought you didn't care for Star Wars. Like, oh, no, freaking, I like how they look and everything like that. I'm like, okay, Mom. Like, it was crazy. Like, dude, like, everyone was a Star Wars fan around that time, even before the film had came out. Like, the promotion for it was just crazy everywhere you went. Every movie that you saw during every movie that you saw before then, they'd always play the trailer for Phantom Menace and everything like that and stuff. Not only that, for Attack of the Clones as well, and for pretty much Revenge of the Sith. You know, the promotion for these movies were insane and everything like that. And I feel like that's probably what they could have done, honestly, for this, you know, like, nostalgia and everything, like this, you know, this whole like nostalgia, you know, getting people to feel nostalgic and everything like that. That's probably what they could have done. They could have, like, you know, Burger King could have been like, hey, remember those scratchers we did? Or remember those toys that we had for Star Wars and everything like that? Hey, yeah, we're bringing them back. Like, that would have been cool. That would have been really, really cool if they did that. That would have been really cool, dude. Like, it would have been, like, dude, like, it's just like, man. Well, could have been, right? But still, regardless. Hey, at least we got that Darth Vader cup that everyone's going for right now. I really wanted that Darth Vader cup, that with the freaking straw and everything like that, but obviously no, they sold out. I'm like, freaking, I was already like, it was only a day. It was only a day, like, and they already ran out and everything. They probably already had it out like a week before the movie had came out or something. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, but anyway, man, that mission was freaking long, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, how big is this freaking ship? That elevator, man. This ship has like 1 million floors or something like that. Like, man, dude, that was insane. That was really, really insane. But yeah. Oh man. All right. So I think after this one is definitely the one with the boss battle. And everything like that and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, so pretty much, you know, obviously there's the rank, there's this like, you know, it's kind of like Devil May Cry in a way, with pretty much like the grading and everything like that, when, you know, doing the combos and everything, like the combinations and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, you got the fair, you got the impressive, you got the good, and then you got freaking masterful and everything like that and stuff. So I'm just saying this right now. I'm not going for, you know, like a perfect run or a no damage run or a speed run. This is just an ESP run where I'm just like, I'm just a fan and I'm here to play a game. That's all I'm doing. Like, that's all I'm doing. That's all that I've been doing for these past already 14 years now that I've been here on YouTube doing playthroughs for you guys and everything like that. So yeah. But anyway, I do believe we are about, yep, the first lightsaber battle in the film, and that is against none other than Count Dooku, played by the late great Christopher Lee. Yes, rest in peace to the man and everything like that and stuff. Christopher Lee's, like, you know, was already regarded as a great actor and everything like that and stuff. And just for him to, like, still play Count Dooku in Star Wars and everything, play Saruman in Lord of the Rings and everything, playing Willy Wonka's father and Willy Wonka, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory and everything like that and stuff. Yeah, rest in peace to the man. He's also, man, respected. He is very respected for what he's done during World War II and everything like that and stuff. The man's, you know, after World War II, he just like, I completed the main mission, now it's time to do some side missions and everything like that. Like, that is literally it. Like, literally the equivalent of real life. I completed my main mission, now it's time to do side missions. I'm gonna do movies, I'm gonna do freaking I'm gonna be in a rock band and everything like that and stuff. Like, Christopher Lee, definitely the most interesting man in the world, the real life interesting man in the world. I like, dude, Christopher Lee, he is literally one of my favorite actors and everything like that, dude. Like, dude's great. Dude's really, really great and everything like that. He did a good job as Count Dooku and everything. Although I kind of wish, you know, he could have had probably a bigger role in Revenge of the Sith. Like, I felt like they could have kind of kept him on still and everything. Obviously, they wanted to kind of now focus on a new villain, which was obviously General Grievous and everything like that and stuff. But regardless, you know, he did a good job and everything like that. You know, he was given. Wait, I obviously kind of figured why, because obviously, yeah, probably around the time he was still busy with Lord of the Rings and everything. I don't know. I think that what could it be, and obviously doing like the press for, you know, the films and everything like that as well and stuff. Maybe that's why he didn't have such a big role in Revenge of the Sith and everything like that. So yeah, that probably what could it be, right? So yeah. But Count Dooku, like, that lightsaber is just wow. Like, it literally curves. Like, the shaft of it curves. Pause. Like, when I saw that, I was like, wait, does his lightsaber curve? Like, oh shit, it does. Like, it's just like, wow, dude. Like, it freaking blew my mind, dude. Like, I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, be careful with that, though. Because, man, Just imagine, like, just, like, you know, twirling it and everything like that. Like, dude, like, there's got to be I got to actually look this up, because I, like, till this day, I'm just, like, I never knew why he has that type of lightsaber. Now I got to look it up to see kind of why and everything like that. So, yeah, we're on the midst of an epic battle right now. Shit. That Skywalker grin. Oh, okay. Freaking Dooku kind of cheating over here. Freaking bringing out, you know, his little droids and everything like that and stuff. So you might want to be careful with this part right here and everything. Especially that I'm freaking really low on health. I'm just going to deal with these guys now. Oh. 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 Oh, damn. That's a first right there. I didn't know that you could actually do that. I was kind of... Okay. I mean, that really didn't do anything. That kind of... I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, well, I don't know what was the point of that, but oh well. Alright, got a force heal over here real quick, because I am literally almost dying. Ah! Force lightning, eh? Over here. Okay. Okay, got a little range, huh? Alright. Oh my god. Yep. I still struggle with those parts. Dude. Freaking more droids. Jesus Christ. Freaking. Let me just force heal real quick. I think there might be actually. Shit. Oh, yeah, there is something here. Okay, yeah. Okay, come on. Before I freaking go. I gotta. Stop with the force lightning. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Cool. Alright, yeah. So that pretty much is a health surge. It'll, you know, replenish your health, but also increase your health bar as well and everything like that and stuff. So, yeah. And, Jesus Christ, dude. Freaking. I gotta freaking defeat these guys again. The force lightning. Okay. You know what? I'm getting tired of this freaking battle droid over here. There we go. Nice. Alright, now I just gotta deal with Dooku over here and everything. Got some good combos going on right now. Oh, alright, cool. Alright, this is the last spot right here. Yep, right in front. And I actually do like this. I actually do remember this part right here real quick. Kind of little homage to pretty much Return of the Jedi and everything and stuff. If freaking this doesn't give away Palpatine being Darth Sidious, look at that smirk. He's all like, yeah, do it. Do it. Oh my god. That's a big ass giveaway. It's like, oh yeah, this dude's evil for sure. Oh my god, dude. But yeah, that was like a little homage to like pretty much a Return of the Jedi where Darth Vader and Luke pretty much, you know, first crossed their lightsabers and everything, and then you can see like, you know, friggin' Palpatine just laughed like, ha ha ha, yes, fight to the death. Anyway, oh, lunge attacks. That's right. Freaking, there is lunge attacks in here. Yeah, I gotta remember some of these combos and everything. It's been, again, it's been 20 years since I've played this game and everything like that and stuff. Oh, there we go. Didn't happen in the movie, but, you know, this is a rated T for teen movie. So, I mean, I guess they can't show off him getting beheaded and everything like that and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because it's like, hey, if we're going to see somebody get freaking beheaded, freaking, this is going to be a rated M for mature. Honestly, a rated M for mature Star Wars game? That would be really cool. That honestly would be. That honestly would be something I would like to see. Like, where would they go from there? You know what I mean? And stuff. I don't know. Who knows? Everything. But anyway, that'll pretty much do it. I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. Because I know the next... I think the last two levels are pretty long and everything like that and stuff, and I don't want to exceed to the hour mark, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end it off here, guys. We'll go ahead and go part 2 of the Grievous's mothership and everything. I forgot what it's called. Sorry, freaking none of the Star Wars fandom coming to tag me like, you don't know this shit, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I kind of forgot, you know. But anyway, that'll pretty much do it, everybody. Gonna go ahead and padding up my stats here real quick, and I'll go ahead and end it off. This has been Mr. X saying good night, good morning, good day, whatever time they're watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, everyone. Laters.